Today I'll be going over the 1918 H1N1 influenza pandemic, also called the Spanish flu. This outbreak was one of the deadliest infectious disease events in human history. As found in the criteria for this assignment, I'll explain what happened, how scientists determined what caused the pandemic, and what research has taught us, and why these findings still matter today. The 1918 influenza pandemic infected roughly 1/3 of the world's population and caused approximately 50 million deaths worldwide. I found it incredibly difficult to imagine what that would be like when you consider possibly 1 in 3 people you knew at the time would catch the Spanish flu, and likely it would kill them. We all have some experience with COVID, but these numbers are crazy to think about. Where seasonal influenza usually causes the most severe illness in older adults and infants, this virus evolved to affect healthy young adults between ages 15 and 34. Not only that, but World War I was occurring and allowed it to spread continent to continent quickly due to large troop movements, making it one of the first truly global pandemics. It demonstrated how quickly infectious diseases can spread through highly connected populations. Scientists in 1918 did not have the technology needed to isolate viruses. Years later, researchers extracted viral RNA from preserved lung tissues and found victims buried in Alaska's permafrost. They used a technology called RT-PCR and genomic sequencing and reconstructed the virus's genetic information. They eventually started to look over logs of cruise ships as well to understand how crowded military transport ships were during this time, which helped them understand how respiratory droplets could spread so quickly. Researchers determined that the outbreak was caused by a previously unknown H1N1 influenza A virus with an avian origin, such as the bird flu. Genetic analysis showed mutations that allowed the virus to efficiently infect human lung tissue. The virus caused the immune system to overreact, creating what is known as a cytokine storm. This happened most often in healthy young adults with strong immune systems. Many people later died from bacterial pneumonia because the virus had already caused severe damage to their lungs. This serves as a good reminder in research that complications from infections can sometimes be just as dangerous as the original disease. Deaths from complications are known as comorbidities from the primary concern. The exact 1918 strain no longer exists. However, viruses continue to evolve, and closely related ones are still in existence. With modern disease tracking and global health indicators, the world has greatly reduced the possibility of contracting this specific virus again. Researchers are also working toward universal influenza vaccines that could provide broader protection against future variants. Because influenza viruses mutate constantly, experts believe another influenza pandemic will eventually occur, making continued preparedness extremely important. The 1918 pandemic continues to influence modern public health planning. It taught us that infectious diseases can spread rapidly through global travel and crowded populations. Vaccination, disease surveillance, and emergency preparedness remain essential tools for reducing illness and death during future outbreaks. Many of the lessons learned from 1918 have also helped shape responses to more recent pandemics, including COVID-19. The reasons why this matters is global travel spreads disease, and vaccination saves lives. Surveillance detects outbreaks, preparedness reduces deaths, and lessons still guide our medicine today. This is my references sheet. Thank you all for listening.